Hey everyone, thanks once again for joining us on a quest for Magic and Steele. Steele. Don't forget the last E for entertainment. We have 2 new reviews from iTunes, so I'm going to read them for you right now. Thanks to everyone who goes into iTunes and rates and reviews us. We appreciate it. We encourage all listeners who listen to the show and enjoy it to go on and do that. It makes it easier for new people looking for shows to see a show with a lot of reviews with 5 stars. That'll make them interested in checking it out. From Photo Rain, Quest On, a story-driven show with a wild flair for adventure. Great for fans of D&D as well as fans of a fun story with great voice acting. Thank you very much. And another one from a new good friend, Dependent Nick, who has his own podcast, Dependently Independent. So go ahead and check him out on his podcast as well. Search Dependently Independent, and you can check out Nick there. It says, these guys and gals are winners. I came across this podcast through a friend, and I was very curious. I hopped right in on their pilot episode, and I am officially hooked. It's like my friends are playing D&D, and I'm in the basement with them, laughing out loud and anxious to hear what happens next. Tons of talent in a tight, enjoyable podcast. Save the world, Nunu. Oh, well, Nunu, thanks you very much, Big Nick. Yeah, thanks, Nick. It was a pleasure to meet you at the MapCom, Mid-Atlantic Podcast Festival. Once again, thank you very much for everyone who've left reviews in the past, and those of you that are going to leave them in the future. Well, enjoy this show. This show is part 2 of our Rashondella life story. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out.
Why are you freaking out?
Why would you think that was me?
Something inside me snapping.
All right, is Rashondella ready?
Oh my
Sugar.
god.
Do it.
I'm ready.
Do it.
Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. Thank you for joining us for a quest for Magic and Steele.
Oh yeah.
Brought to Not yet. Hold that phone. Brought to you by the SteeleEmpire. That's Steele. Don't forget the last E for
What? Entertainment?
Thank you. Thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying our quest and our journey thus far. Today, we have a special treat for you, and I will say no more.
You guys, right now, it's the regular party. Geb, Shaycon, Nunu,
That loser.
Rashondella, Escalus, and Stelly. You guys were just camping out, getting ready to go to sleep. Nunu has the first watch, but he's kind of getting snuggled in his little watch spot. And everyone else is kind of rolling out their bedrolls around the fire and everything else.
Gab, excellent meal once again. Remember the last time you filleted everything?
yeah,
You were a
that's
great chef. You're like, dun, 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 dun. Remember that?
Yeah, we had a
Gab,
whole,
excellent meal. You've outdone yourself.
Yeah, my belly's full. I'm good. Oh, I could use a story.
She rushes up to Nunu and goes into his face and says, "Oh, Nunu!
Oh!
I saw you had a couple books in your bag. Could you read a story?
Who needs stories after you just eat? Was that like your dessert?
They help me go to sleep. Don't
They
they
help
help
you-
you, Rashondella?
I don't believe
No.
in bedtime stories.
Oh, this is a good one, though. You might like this. This is a warrior. I found this book in the what was that room in the
Library.
tower?
the archive.
Not the tower.
I don't believe in
temple.
fairies.
In the temple,
I don't
yes.
believe in fairies.
Well, I
don't
believe in fairies, and I'm gonna sit on your head and listen to this story.
She's a
I
pixie,
just was a
though.
drop dead.
No,
Saying that.
It doesn't work here.
She's not a fairy. She's a pixie.
She's a pixie.
But I believe in fairies anyway.
Well, I don't believe in
right.
stories. That was the whole point.
Well,
She goes over to your
Just
head.
fart on my head.
She goes over to your head and
Pixie
sits
dust.
on it.
Goes flying everywhere.
oh, sorry.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
Whoopsie.
it was Geb's meal. I'm sorry.
Okay, everyone, gather around. Let me open my book. This is a wonderful book. I've read a little bit already, but I think we're at a good spot. I'll just begin here. Let's see, where was I? Okay. Oh, here we are. So, this warrior princess, she she leaves her village and she's heading on a quest of her own, kind of like what we are doing. And we find her at these ruins. And let me continue.
So this is Rashondela's story. It is off of our main quest and back to the backstory. So we had left off. Rashondella left her village to go to these ruins to get some type of thing to bring back to her village to possibly save it. She doesn't know what's happening though. She is walking through these ruins, and Rashondella, roll perception. In the cup. In the cup.
She's back
Shay,
to rolling in her
cup.
hand.
You have a
Here.
cup.
You
In
got,
the
you got
cup.
your own cup? Oh my gosh.
Put your dice in
18.
All right, she's been up all night. Give her a break.
All right.
18.
So she's looking around, and at first she didn't hear anything. It looked like there's no life whatsoever in these ruins. But as she starts to kind of focus her senses on more specific things, she sees that she sees some footprints and looks like some scratches on some of the rocks, and a lot of there's no buildings here. It's just kind of all rubble and all piles of rock and stones and mud and other stuff. And
Sand.
you start to hear a slight shuffling further in these ruins, almost like there's someone over there, like digging through pile.
I know you're there. Show yourself. Don't be a coward.
The shuffling stops, and now you don't hear anything.
All right. I'll come to you. I'll take out my hammer.
So Rashondella takes out her hammer and starts walking further into the ruins. And as she's walking further in, she can see some of the buildings are more intact than when she first had entered, but they're still not inhabitable.
I've never seen anything like it.
Rashondella's walking, and she sees some of the buildings are a little more intact, so it looks like things can be hiding behind it or whatnot. And further down, it's kind of like a main street. You see like a cloak or some type of shadowy figure go towards the right into an alleyway.
I warn you, stranger. I fear no one. If you want to pick a fight with me, it will be your last.
As you get closer towards that alleyway, you turn to look. Roll for another perception.
14.
You start to hear noises coming from behind you and the other side of the ruins. Well, not the other side, but like you were on the main road, and then you look down to the right of an alleyway, and on the left side of the main road, you start to hear noises like stones moving and everything. And as you turn to look, the birds fly out of this building that was there, and they fly towards like the south.
Well, that's a good sign. Onward.
So are you going to follow that figure, or are you going down the main road?
I'm going where my quest leads me. If that figure is not messing with me, I'm not going to mess with it because I'm on an important quest.
So you make your way down the main road again, and as you continue, you start to feel as if energy is being sucked towards one certain point that you're coming. Like, you're making your way to this point, and you can tell why when you had entered the ruins at first, it just felt like dead. There was nothing here. It was actually all being pulled to this one certain centerpiece. And now you're starting to feel that pull because it's such a strong force. And as you start to feel it, it kind of feels like it's pulling you as well, slightly. But you're able to hold your ground and make your way nice and easy and safely.
What matter of magic is this?
So as you make your way, you kind of get to this center point. It's kind of like a big circle, almost like a town square, but it's a circle. And there's a centerpiece in the middle, almost like a well. As you get closer to it, you look over to the edge, and you can feel the force coming, like it's trying to pull you down.
Into the well?
Yeah. But you look into the edge, and as you put your hands on this stone that's around the hole. Stones start to fall down, and you hear water at the bottom. And as you look down, roll perception.
20.
Natural?
18 plus 2.
Okay. So you look down, and you see something glowing down there. You have some rope on you, and you have some type of like hook thing that you can put on the end of the rope. You know how to.
I'm glad I like fishing.
So you pull it down, and you try to pull this glowing object up. Takes you a couple tries, but then you end up slowly being able to pull it up. As you're slowly pulling it up, you hear rustling coming from behind you.
Can I like swing my hammer out? Is someone right behind me or
No,
I'm
it's
just-
like in more towards the ruins of where you had just come from.
okay.
And you kind of hear like a voice muttering to itself. It sounds male.
If you're casting some kind of spell, I will smash your head in.
You hear paper moving, and then you feel
I'm
like
just trying to get this thing up, and once I get it up, I'm going to rush
yeah,
this guy.
you're still pulling it up. You hear like paper like being crumpled and whatnot, and then you feel paper hit the back of your head.
Like a spitball or just a
No, like a
crunched up paper?
crunched up ball of paper, and then throws it, and it hits you on the head.
Yeah. What the?
Gets poked on your horn.
Who dares? I should like
Quit
turn.
making all that noise. I'm trying to do an investigation here.
A voice talks to you from
Walking
behind.
through these ruins, shouting like you don't care.
And who are you?
I'm
I'm here on an important mission.
I'm Gib, the warden of the forest.
What forest? We're in ruins.
Let me finish, okay?
As far as I'm
Uh,
concerned, this is desert.
I'm the warden of the forest, and the forest a couple miles out from here is being affected by the energies protruding from these ruins. So I came to check it out because it's been disturbing the wildlife and the animals.
Well, lucky you. This energy is what I'm here for too, and I'm taking it out
Yeah, that
You
paper
found
I
it.
threw at you is a note for you.
for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I found this note that I can assume is yours if you're here for a magical quest, and that's what I threw at you.
Look at you, just lurking around, sneaking up on people,
I wasn't sneaking up
grabbing
on
people's
anybody.
things.
I didn't sneak up on anybody. You're the one running around here like, who goes there?
Oh yeah, it
I'll
says
crush
you, warden of the forest. There ain't no forest here. Warden of the drink.
If you had any kind of knowledge of geography, you would know that there's a forest that way a couple miles.
Now, Gib is gonna make his leave. Yeah, because you've done what you needed to do, and you just saw this tiefling walking around, and it looked like she didn't know where she needed to go. You had found this note, and you could tell that it was in tiefling language or whatever.
Well, I'm done here, so I'm gonna make my leave. I need
Yeah,
to get
you
back
do
to my
that.
brother Geb before he goes and does something stupid again. Like tries to climb a tree and jump out of it for whatever
Well, if he's
reason.
related to you, I wouldn't be surprised. Have fun.
You finally pull up the artifact, and as you get it out of the hole, you put it on the ground, and you turn around to try and see this Gib person, and you just see birds flying off in the distance.
What a creep.
So
What did he ever do to you?
you have
I'm on an
this
important mission.
this artifact that's in this cloth right now that you had on part of your rope, and a ball of paper.
All right, so I guess I'll open the note.
So you open the paper, and you start to read it, and it is a note from your mother. She is saying that she is sad that you had to leave so quickly. She wishes that it didn't have to end like this, and hoping that you had found the artifact in time. That if you didn't, to stay away from the
This makes no
Village.
sense. How could she have gotten a note here? Why would I have to be here if she brought the note? She could have gotten the artifact.
Plot twist.
maybe she didn't bring the note.
Well, she could have. I mean, they put it there because they knew they were getting her
Well, regardless,
Send them there for a
why
reason.
would they do that and not get the artifact themselves?
Because you are the chosen one.
Because I'm the only one that can fish, apparently.
Yes. You're the only one that could touch it because of the chosen power you have. That symbol. There's a symbol on her hand. No
The
one could
chosen
touch.
cursed power.
That's right. No one could touch it but you.
All right.
The
Time to
cursed
head back to the
child.
village. I got what I came for.
So you pick up this artifact, and it's kind of like this diamond square thing. One
Feels
part
evil.
of it's glowing, and the other part is just kind of like black. It's almost like pitch black. Like you can't really see it if it was just sitting there. So as you make your way out of here, as you're leaving the ruins, you start to hear something being thrown. Roll dexterity. Okay, so 11, you start to hear something being thrown at you, but you react too late because you're looking at this object, and all of a sudden a fish hits you in the face and then drops to the ground. And you hear like a snickering. And it kind of
Can I like whip my head around and see who it was?
Sure. As you whip your head around, you see like a fluffy tail going through the ruins. Like entering like a little destroyed building.
Is this my test? Thanks for the meal. I just put it right in my mouth. Wow, actually, this isn't half bad.
This stone is giving her a connection from this world and the other world.
She just ate hairy eggs.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Because it wasn't really him, but it was like an image of him.
Yeah.
And that fish actually ends up disappearing.
All right. So I've been out in the heat too long. I really need to get back. My people are probably worried about me.
So it took you a while to look for the things in the ruins. So now dusk has hit and it's getting darker. But are you going to be setting camp or are you just going to go on?
I have to go on. They're all expecting me, and I'm pretty sure got no time to dally. Promised I'd be home for dinner. Here we go.
Oh my God, Rashondella.
What?
Here we go.
You and your dinner, man.
All right, so you, as you make your way closer to your town, about like a mile away, you see smoke rising from the direction of your village. As you get closer to the village, you start to hear screams and battle going on. You see fire everywhere, smoke, and it's dark now, so there's no light. There's a little bit of moon. But it's dark and the smoke is blocking what's behind it. But you see glowing fire, and every once in a while you can kind of see like a big shadowy thing from behind the smoke. But you can't see it very well.
How can this be? I run into the village with my hammer out.
When you get towards the entrance, something touches your foot. Rashondella.
What? Who? Mitra?
Rashondella, don't go in there.
What happened?
Please,
Are you bleeding?
I am wounded way too bad. There's some type of demon in there.
Wait. I don't understand. Let me help you.
It's too late for me. Please. Take this. She gives you, alright, well, she has one earring that she takes off of her ear. And she grabs your hand and she puts it in your hand and closes it. And says, please, keep this. Remember me.
You will be avenged. This I swear.
Hurry. You might have time still to save your family.
I promise we'll meet again. Next life. I promise we will meet again.
I'll see you
for dinner.
You're kind of still like shell shocked that your best friend was wounded so badly and killed there and died in your arms, technically. As you start to walk further, you see the bodies of your other friends lying around. Seems like they were the first line of defense into the village. And you see the guys lying there, the bodies of your friends laying there. And like I said, they were the first line of defense, so you can tell that they have no more breath to them. If their eyes are open, you go towards them and close their eyes, just to kind
I'm
of
just
give
like
them...
slowly walking and watching this burning village and
Yeah.
everyone dying because
Well,
I'm so shocked.
Right now, because you were about to rush in,
Yeah.
but then you saw Mitra and you were just,
right.
oh my God.
Taking
And
it back.
now you're kind of like, if we were watching a movie, your vision's kind of like being weird. You're only
Right.
seeing like the bodies and then everything else and the fire and the buildings and
Right.
and things like that. So as you slowly walk more, you see the bodies of the council members and older members of the tribe that you used to trade with and just communicate all the time there as well. You can see some people under buildings and things because they've fallen apart. And as you get further into the village, the smoke is getting to almost be too much. And once you start to not see any of the villagers anymore, you get to just the buildings that are destroyed. You finally see a line, like the smoke kind of moves, and in your vision path, you see your home. You see this big figure ahead in front of it. And that's when you kind of click into your warrior mode and your hammer's out and you're ready and you give a war cry and you rush toward your house to try and save your family.
No!
So as you rush further into the smoke then leaves you, exit the smoke, so it's behind you, and you see this big demon figure with wings and fire, a fire whip and horns, and it's just this godlike
Fly,
creature.
you fools.
For a
I looked
second.
real quick at that picture you did. Is that like the Balrog in Lord of the Rings?
That's
Balrog?
That's what
Yeah.
it was inspired by.
Because it kind of, that's what I see. Is that what it looks like? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this figure, if
So-
anyone knows outside of this podcast, it's
Balrog.
Baylor.
It's the Balrog from Lord of the Rings.
I know, but it's Baylor.
And what's his name in D&D? It's Baylor?
It's called a Baylor.
Yes.
Baylor.
It's a Baylor is here, destroying this.
Is this like a
town.
demon king or something? Is it like,
It's
what is
just a
its place?
really powerful demon.
Really powerful demon.
So as you are looking and rushing towards this, you can see your father was struck down, and he's lying in front of your family, and kind of like off to the side, like he was grabbed by the whip and pulled somewhere else. Looks like he's moving a little bit, but he looks very wounded.
So for a second, when I first see the demon, I'll freeze because obviously I'm scared,
And then-
I get over it.
But
Real.
you don't get over it until you see the demon pull back its whip and your brother standing in the line of fire, and he lets his whip go to grab your brother.
Yeah.
You see your mother kind of jump ahead and have the whip pull her instead, and she gets pulled with that thrown like across the building
And smashed into a wall.
and smashed into a wall, and she drops to the ground,
Crumbles.
and it doesn't look like she's moving.
Demon! Face me! Face me and die!
So once you got out of the smoke and you saw all of that, he lets his whip go down, and this creature looks to you with its burning, evil eyes.
Today is your last day. Meet my hammer! Ah!
So you rush at him, and you pull your hammer out and go to smash as far as you can to this demon, and you end up hitting it. You didn't think that you were gonna do anything because you're a puny being of the earth, but you end up, the artifact that is in your bag starts to glow really brightly, and it kind of shines and glimmers on your entire body.
It infuses the hammer with power.
And you're just glowing, and your hammer starts to glow, and you strike at this Baylor, and it goes into the side of Baylor, and light disperses from his side, and you can tell that he has taken damage from that, and he looks surprised, and he wasn't expecting that. Then he ends up grabbing you with his whip, and he wraps it around your body and pulls you up in the air so that you can't move.
Ah!
And now he has you in front of him, and he's looking straight into your eyes. 'Cause you
Yeah.
can
I don't
get a dark
fear
voice
you.
in me.
Demon!
So he sees the potential in her and wants to make her his puppet. But she's not going to do it without saving her brother.
No, save yourself.
You puny tiefling.
Why are you doing this?
The question is, why should I let you live?
No, the question is, why should I let you live?
She's thrashing around.
And the answer is, I will not! Can I, squirm out and get one more hit?
No.
Throw your hammer at it.
No.
Roll.
Throw my
Okay.
hammer.
You might be able to roll athletics.
Not 20 plus 5.
All right, you use you have your arms are at your side, but you still have your hammer in your hand. Rashondella takes a wide stance and turns back with her full body, just all the power that she can, and strikes towards Baylor, and ends up hitting towards his leg and his knee and thigh. And that actually takes his leg out slightly, and he bends down to the ground, drops and falls onto his side, and close to Roshan.
Ah!
Roshan is picked up by Baylor.
I will just eat this little one.
Let me go.
Stop! Roshan!
Rashondella! Go.
Please, let him go!
Why should I spare this puny one?
Please, just don't. Just don't. I'll do anything. Even let you live, demon.
Like you have
No,
a
Rashondella.
Choice. Quiet.
Run!
I snap him so he's just limp.
So you
Snap him.
I snap so it knocks him out. Just
Yeah.
shuts him up. He's still breathing.
Roshan is knocked out now and laying limp in Baylor's hand. Yeah, so Baylor stands up again, has Roshan in his hand, and looks toward Rashondella and puts out his other hand and starts to say,
I may have a use for you if you give your life and soul to my service. I may let this little one live.
Just please, let him live. Anything. Anything, I swear it.
So Baylor looks to you, and as he has his other hand that's reaching out to you, he points his finger and touches your head and your forehead. He touches your forehead, and just before he touches your forehead, you hear a voice off on the side, just quietly saying, "No, Rashondella, no." And it was the voice of your mother, her last breath, just saying no. And Baylor touches your head, and you start to scream. You can feel this dark energy going into your mind and your brain and your whole body. You can feel that you're getting some type of power, but you're losing something else. and you can't really tell what you're losing, but it hurts and it's excruciating. It feels like your whole body is burning and is in flames.
Ah! It hurts! Stop! Stop!
Gandalf when you need him.
Once Baylor is done doing what he needs to do, he pulls his finger down and cuts her face and pulls back, and he looks at this thing that he has in his hand, and he just kind of like throws it off to the side, Roshan, towards the father's body, and looks towards you.
It is done.
And you can still feel the sensation of your body burning, but then it starts to slowly stop, and your head just has weird clouded thoughts, and everything's being blocked, and you're starting to lose your images of your life and the people around you and the people that you know, anything that's happening in your village. Your mind starts to clear up after a little bit, and you start to not feel this burning sensation, but you're not sure where you are. And as you look around and you look up, you see this just pile of rubble and smoke, and a whispering figure, or a whispering voice in your mind saying,
Rashondella.
You don't see anything in front of you, but you're hearing this voice in your head as smoke and fires all around you.
Rashondella. Take that artifact. Take it into the third dwelling on the right, and bury it deep beneath the floor.
Rashondella's body starts to move, like almost as if she's not really moving it. And she starts to wobble and walk towards this location, goes inside, and takes the end of her hammer, like the tip of it, and stabs it into the ground and pries up a board. And then she takes another end of her, like a pointy end of her hammer, and she drives it down into the ground, and it makes this hole. So her whole hammer, with the hammerhead on top, the bottom,
The whole length of the handle.
the handle goes all the way down into the ground, and she pulls it out, and then she takes out this artifact and she drops it into the hole. Then she kicks the dirt and stone and rocks and piles it on, and then she puts the board back down, and she makes her way out of this house. And
Where is he crawling or something? Maybe.
Starts to hear some type of muttering and coughing in a voice. You're next to your father, and you're trying to wake him up.
What's his name?
Tati.
Tati. Wake up.
You see this
Please.
younger tiefling trying to shake this older tiefling up, trying to wake him up, but you can tell that he's long gone.
Please wake up.
Hey, kid.
Rashondella?
I think he's dead.
Why would you say that?
Look at him. You don't look too good yourself, honestly.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? Look at this town.
Where's the demon? Did you face it?
Demon?
What happened?
I'm asking you. I assume you live here. This is just a party for dead people. Everything's on fire, you know.
Why are you like this?
Like what?
What did you do?
Who are you again? I don't think I ever got your name.
I'm your brother.
Brother.
What do you mean you don't remember me?
Listen, I have to go, but it's been nice talking to you.
You have this weird
Urge to
urge to kill, like she always does, but she has
Which is why I said I have to go. Like, listen, I have to go.
Wait.
Rashondela's face turns numb, and she looks towards this figure, this person that's in front of her, and she raises her hammer.
Rashondella?
She raises it high, and
Stop.
She's going
No.
to strike down. And just before she takes her swing, she feels like a force push her body and some type of energy going into her. And she smells a familiar smell, but she can't quite pinpoint what that smell is.
Listen, kid. I'm late for dinner. I gotta get going.
Rashondella.
And she turns
you must
around and
stay.
starts to walk away. And she leaves this town, this fire-burning village.
As Roshan just looks behind me. Pain expression. I'm walking through the flames of this burning city. Let me turn all the flames pink.
All the
And
flames
pretty.
turn pink.
No, Rashondella.
La 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 la. It's been real, but now I gotta go. Find some eel. That actually sounds good.
All right, so Rashondella makes her way out of this town, seeing all these bodies laying everywhere. She doesn't recognize any of them. And
Jeez, what happened here?
she leaves and
Great.
starts to head north out of the village and stuff.
Dun dun dun.
I swear, Rashondella, I'll come and find you.
Oh my! Well, I didn't think it would end like that. This seems a little familiar.
What the heck did you just read to us?
Oh my!
And the friend, she gave her the egg.
Thank the gods that Rashondella fell asleep. Oh my! Is this about?
That was so sad. Oh my goodness.
Because it named her, right? It named her in this book. didn't
Yeah.
it? Oh, could this be the same Rashondella?
No, it couldn't be. That's
We-
preposterous.
I think we must keep this from her. It may be
What
too
do you
much.
think, Gab?
My name's in that book.
Is that you? Is that you? Do you have a brother?
I do. His name's Gib.
Get closer to
Oh
the mic.
my!
Oh,
Could this be?
what?
Could this
You
be
have a
from our
brother?
world?
Is he a bear?
No.
Hmm.
He's a ranger. He guards the
man.
forest.
This is what it's. Oh my!
Rashondella's been through so much.
Oh no.
We have to help her find her brother.
I hope he's still alive.
That explains how her stuffing got put in wrong.
Yes, that explains a lot. So I want you all to be nicer to her from now on. You understand what she's been through.
No promises.
Always nice to her, but she
Oh.
wants to eat me.
Oh, come on. She's a little messed up in the head. Look at this.
Okay.
Oh, we'll have to keep this hidden. Do we have a bag of hiding or something?
Steli goes towards Rashondella and like where she's laying, and she looks and she sees the scar that's on her face.
It's right near her cheek. Like goes
It's
across
it's
by her
going
lip.
down her right cheek, and she kind of just like traces it and gives her a sad look, and then she looks over. What?
Can I like yawn and suck in air real fast and like she accidentally gets in my mouth?
Yes.
Steli. Oh yeah, she gets sucked in a little bit. So Rashondella takes in a big breath to yawn, and Steli's right wing kind of gets sucked in a little bit,
No, her head should get sucked in.
and then and then
she coughs or something.
and then she breathes out, and then Steli kind of rolls in the air, and oh man, and then she goes towards Rashondella's ear, and she sees this.
The one
Yeah,
she's
it'll
wearing
be
right now.
on the other side, on her left ear. There's a earring hanging off of the one that's there, but it's from the back of it, so you can't see it from the picture. But Steli kind of holds it and sees it hanging there, and tears up a little bit. Yeah, and then she kind of leaves it there, pets Rashondella's cheek, and gives her a little kiss on the cheek, and then she goes
Aww.
to sit on Geb's head. Oh my god, 5G now. Oh my God, I find you now.
You might get some sleep, Aeschylus. I still have first watch.
You're so
Oh
plain about your
my.
brother, Geb.
What?
I said you're so plain about him.
I didn't even know you had a brother. Why did not you tell us?
Didn't think it was important.
Oh, it didn't come up. Yes, I understand.
Well, good night, guys.
Good night.
Ladies
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us once again for a quest for Magic and Steele. Oh, wow. That was pretty intense. Oh,
I
my.
was crying. Like,
Woo.
when I get into action, like,
Yeah.
oh,
You go into the character.
yeah.
Yeah, and you become the
cried a little
character. I do it
no,
too.
like at the end,
I'm like
with,
having an out of body experience.
I know.
I don't like
I was
acting.
like getting teary eyed when I was thinking about
The
the mom
mother,
and then,
yes,
like
I
giving
know.
her the.
I know, right? It's almost like a
I hope you
Harry.
guys cried.
It's almost like a Harry Potter thing with the mom that saved Harry. And
yeah.
like that. That's
Man.
awesome. The
I don't
love.
like it when it gets,
Love saves.
I don't like it when things get too touching.
I hope you guys.
No,
liked-
you don't?
No.
Why?
I hope I did okay because
I don't like
I
acting
don't.
Hope you enjoyed the story of Rashondella. So you see where she came from, her meager beginnings just before she had her brain damage, which came from now we found out that giant demon. What was the demon called? It was a what?
A Baylor.
A Baylor. Sick, evil demon. So
Gandalf the White.
some plot twists right there. So there may be some future events because of this that'll be affected by this. So anyway, please reach out to us at SteeleEmpire. We are at pods@SteeleEmpire.com. Drop us an email. Talk to us about anything. Hit us on Twitter at Empire Steele, SteeleE. Don't forget the last E for entertainment. And the best thing you can do for us is share our show with your friends and family, anybody you come in contact with. Let everybody know about it because we don't advertise. So if you can just spread the word, we appreciate it on social media or just by word of mouth. Thank you very much.
Woohoo! Oh
Peace.
yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Growl.
Thanks for listening.